Hello, my name is Sarah. Welcome to Mirrors, the podcast and video series where we learn about ourselves, learn to love ourselves, and learn to create a life we love to live. Today, we are talking all about our soft girl era. I got some hot girl tips for you, for everyone embracing their soft girl era. Okay, this is something I've been seeing on TikTok quite frequently. Embracing our inner soft girl, embracing our inner divine feminine. I have some tips, some tricks, some words for you today. Per usual, I'm doing my makeup. I have a little pink makeup look planned. So if you're watching the YouTube video version of this, you'll see that. If not, you can go look on my Instagram because I probably took a picture of it. I, for a long time, have been feeling like a lot of the popular girlies on the internet space are very good at giving advice and direction and instruction for people just like very much not identifying as a soft girl or people in their soft girl era. For example, like Alex Earl. I freaking love Alex Earl. Call Her Daddy podcast, absolutely love it. Mia Dio, Blair Walnuts, I love them so unbelievably much. And I get a lot of my like advice and like confidence tips from them, and I love them for that. But something I've noticed is that a lot of them and a lot of just like people in general have kind of gone this route from like, okay, we all know men suck at this point. So because men suck so much, let's beat them at their own game and do it back to them kind of vibe, right? So it's very much like, oh, if a guy cheats on you, like break his heart back. Or, oh, don't just date a rich man, be a rich man. And if you're gonna date someone, why would you ever date anyone who's broke? You have to date a sugar daddy or else there's no point in dating. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily see anything inherently wrong with any of that advice if like that is advice that you feel like works for you. But I do feel like for a lot of people like me, it just feels very ingenuine. The sun is doing some crazy things. So if you're watching the YouTube video of this, girl, I'm sorry. This is not like a beauty guru moment. This is just, we're in the natural sunlight. It's golden hour. We're gonna do, all right? Okay. For me, like watching advice and getting advice like that, like I would always kind of try to emulate it and I would try to make that me. And it just felt so against me. I just felt very like I was faking it, you know? And I've always been a very sensitive, very feminine person. And I do just want to say, like, before I go on, when I say feminine, I am not saying girl. I am not talking about sex. I'm not talking about gender. Whenever I refer to feminine or masculine, I'm strictly referring to, like, the energies, right? The vibes, okay? Feminine energy versus masculine energy. Feminine energy is all about flow. It's all about allowing. It's all about creativity and intuition. And masculine energy is all about, like, go get 'em vibes, right? Like, hard work and determination and protection and being very stable and sturdy. And femininity is more about being very flowy and creative and sort of go where the wind takes you. Both energies are absolutely beautiful and absolutely necessary. And we all have both of those energies in us, right? We all have this masculine energy and this feminine energy. Some people feel a lot more comfortable living in their masculine energy versus their feminine energy and vice versa. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with either. It's just, I think society has perpetuated this overall hatred towards femininity. Being feminine has never been cool, right? Girly girls have always been made fun of. I was made fun of as a kid for being a girly girl, for liking girly things. And quote unquote girly guys have also been always made fun of, obviously, for being more feminine men. I do just want to add here that I'm aware that, you know, quote unquote tomboys, like more like girls into quote unquote boy things, were also made fun of as kids. I'm just saying fuck gender stereotypes, okay? That's my point. Men possessing feminine qualities have always been made fun of by both other guys and girls. Like, so many girls are like, oh, I want a man. I want a manly man. I want like this beefy man, masculine man, manly man, right? But then they find these men that are in their like very wounded masculine, right? They're just like cheating on everyone. They're out here just like doing the go get 'em vibe, right? And they're going there getting everyone. They don't know how to sort of be soft or gentle or in touch with their feelings. They don't know how to have a conversation about their feelings or honestly deep thoughts about their feelings. They may not even know how to know what they're feeling. They may not even know how to be in touch with their feelings. They may not know how to relax and just kind of exist in the world. They might feel like they always need to be like chasing and achieving, and if they don't have the best car and the prettiest girlfriend and the most money in the world, then they are not adequate, right? That is someone in their wounded masculine. And so I hear so many women say like, oh, I want like a manly man. And then they get with someone who is very much in their like wounded masculine. And they're like, wait, I don't want this. And it's like, I just got to say, I was one of these girls. All right. So that's the perspective I'm coming from. I understand you because I was you. We're growing. That's what life's about. We have just, as a society, absolutely decided that femininity, whether it's in women or in men, is weak and it is less than. And when a man is more feminine or has more feminine qualities, he is weak and he is less than and he's weird. And when a woman is more feminine or has more feminine energy, she is weak, she is incompetent, she's dumb, she's ditzy. We've put such a emphasis on having masculine qualities and being in this masculine energy. And it's just created this imbalance where people are not comfortable with their feelings. People are not comfortable being soft. People are not comfortable being vulnerable. People are not comfortable being emotionally in tune. People are not comfortable showing emotion. People are not comfortable telling each other their feelings or telling each other how they feel about each other. I think it impacts relationships, like the modern day relationship, so much. I think it impacts friendship. I think it impacts the workplace. It impacts everything. And I think we're getting better. And I love this whole like soft girl era, and that is something that we are like leaning into, because I think it's like a really good first step. Like if women can feel comfortable being feminine, like that's a great first step. And eventually maybe men will also feel more comfortable being feminine, and that will be amazing. Because feminine and masculine energy, again, has nothing to do with your sexual orientation, your gender. It does not make you any less attracted to women to be able to carry an emotional conversation, to be able to be emotionally intuitive and know how to treat someone when they're sad, know how to recognize when someone is sad, know how to recognize other feelings, know how to be empathetic, to prevent hurting someone else's feelings, to be able to put yourself in someone else's shoes. All of these are like very feminine qualities, and I think they're qualities that are very like lost on people and lost on the world because of this like desire to be more masculine, to be more strong, to be more independent, to have more achievements, to have more money, to have more like materialistic success, right? All of that, it's what's definitely like praised right now. And so I think because of that, like we're just in a position where we're very uncomfortable feeling our feelings and being kind to each other, soft with each other, vulnerable with each other, empathetic towards one another. We have a hard time seeing other people's feelings before they're shared with us. Or when they are shared with us, we have a hard time recognizing any ownership over causing someone to feel that way, or how our actions may have made someone feel that way. So I have 5 soft girl era tips. This is for anyone. You do not have to be a girl. Whoever you are, whatever you identify as, you can benefit from this. But for all of my hot girlies who really want to like tune into feeling confident and like being like that bitch, right? Like being that girl, but don't want to compromise being a kind and genuine person that is healed. This is what we're here for. The like I think most common things I've been hearing is just about getting revenge on the people who have hurt you, or like how to navigate someone hurting you, whether it's a guy like breaking up with you or cheating on you, or whether it's a friendship that ended, right? To be in your soft girl era in these moments, you take life with a sense of flow, right? So if someone cheats on you, if someone breaks up with you, and that breakup is messy and it is not it, that says far more about them than it says anything about you. And you can really sit in your own energy and just sit back and know that what is meant for you is not missing you. If that relationship was meant for you, it would not have ended. Right? And so tapping into that, like, what's meant for me will never miss me, and what's not meant for me, I let it go. That is very much a soft girl era moment. That is very much being in your feminine. That is very much just like, okay, you know what? We're coming and we're going. The people, they will come, they will go. The good will come, the bad will go. Amazing, right? That can be really hard to do, and I think so many of us, like, want to, like, try to control our lives so much, and we want to try to control the outcome of our lives so much. We want to try to control our job. We want to try to control our friends. We want to try to control so many different things. And in this effort to control all those different things, we end up putting ourselves in this position where it's almost like we can't relax and allow our blessings in and let go of the things that are no longer meant for us because we're so desperate in knowing the outcome, in going out and getting it and controlling it. And again, that's like a very masculine energy thing. Whereas if we could just sort of like relax and let it happen, we would be so much happier and at peace in the moment. And also in the long run, we would have a lot more of what's good for us, a lot more of people that are good for us, a lot better relationships for us than if we try to control everything that is not within our control. Okay, self-care is another huge aspect, I think, of being in your soft girl era, okay? So taking care of yourself, taking care of your skin, taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, taking care of your soul, taking care of your vibes, right? These are all such important things to do for anyone, but this is also how we just kind of relax back into this soft girl moment. Spend time with yourself. Spend time loving yourself, right? You can't be in a healthy, loving relationship if you don't have a healthy, loving relationship with yourself. You can't be loved the way you want to be if you don't know how to love yourself. So show yourself that love that you would want from another person. Buy yourself flowers. Buy yourself the little gifts that you like put on clothes that make you feel beautiful. Put on perfume that makes you feel good. Spend time on your skincare so that you feel like your skin is clear and you feel confident and you feel beautiful and you feel taken care of. That is beautiful and that is wonderful, and you can give that to yourself. You don't need someone else to give that to you. You don't need to go out and chase a person who gives this to you, right? You don't need to go out and chase a partner that is gonna be this person for you. You be that person for you. And then you sit back, you relax, you attract that kind of person to you. Protecting your peace is another huge aspect that I think is so important. Confidence comes from within, right? And if you are not at peace with yourself, with your life, in the moment, if you are so wound up, so in control of something, so anxious, you cannot cultivate enough peace to be able to feel good about life, good about yourself, confident. So to cultivate this peace, that means not watching like content that makes you feel really negative. So if that's like drama channels, or if it's like a certain YouTuber, a certain TikToker that just makes you feel really bad about yourself or your life, eliminate that from your space. Like, follow people on social media that represent who you want to become, that make you feel good about yourself and make you feel good about becoming that future version of yourself. Those are the people you want to follow on social media, not people who make you feel like crap, not like going down the like rabbit hole of drama channels and like people talking bad about each other just because it's spicy and it's interesting. Like, protect your peace. Protect your peace also from people in your real life that give you that same feeling of just like that unsettledness, that just like they're not there for your highest good. Like, we all know those people who you just feel very unsettled around. Spend less time with them, right? If they're in your family and you like can't get away from them, spend less time with them. If you can like kind of get away from them, just like very kindly and respectfully bow out. You need to create boundaries from the things and the people that disrupt your peace. I think a big part of this also for me is emotions and feelings, right? I've always been someone who very openly feels their feelings. I wear my heart on my sleeve, very much so. It was something I was always made fun of. Like, my dad would always tell me, like, you can't cry in front of people, like, stop crying. Teachers would tell me that. I was always told that showing and expressing emotion makes you weak and it is a negative thing. And now, I mean, there's obviously a time and a place for having, like, an outburst. I'm not saying, like, have, like, a hysterical outburst all the time, right? But it's okay to cry. It is so okay to cry. It does not make you weak. It is okay to be upset. It is okay to be sad. It is okay to have your feelings hurt. It is okay to share that with someone. It is okay to cry in public. It is okay to do that. And that's something that society has told us for so long is not okay, is weak, is girly, is feminine, whatever. No. Feeling and expressing emotions is normal, and not only is it normal, it's like kind of the point of life. If you're not feeling anything, if you have turned off your feelings, if you are numb to the world around you, what is the point of living? Because how are you going to feel love? How are you going to feel happiness? How are you going to feel adventure? How are you going to feel excitement if you've turned off all of those feelings? You have to feel all of your feelings to feel those good feelings. You have to be open to feeling disappointment, to feeling sad, to feeling rejected, to feeling angry. All of those things are still a part of the human experience and are still a part of human emotions, and there's nothing wrong with those feelings. Feeling those feelings is not a bad thing, and expressing those feelings is not a bad thing. Actually, it's a good thing, because if you are not feeling your feelings, and if you are not letting them out in some way, in some healthy way, I'm not saying take them out on someone else, I'm saying let them out either in a kind conversation, or if that's not where you're at yet, journal, have a therapist, talk to like a trusted friend about what's going on. You need to release these feelings. Breath work is my favorite thing ever. I hate doing it. It's so uncomfortable. It's like honestly kind of like painful, but oh my God, it releases so many feelings that you didn't even know you had. I will like in the middle of breath work feel angry, violently angry, like I want to punch someone in the face, okay? Like I just want to strangle someone. And then when I'm done with the breath work, it's done, it's gone, I feel light, I feel airy, I feel amazing, and I didn't realize all of that was just like in here, right? I will sob sometimes during breath work. I will just cry. I will like have trauma that comes up, and like it's not fun, okay? I'm really selling it here. I'm really making it sound great. But what I'm saying is, if you are not doing this work to release those feelings, if you are not ever feeling your feelings, all of those feelings are being pent up. They're being saved inside of your body, inside of your brain, inside of your soul. They're never being released. They're just being trapped and pent up, and one day you will explode. People who are very uncomfortable expressing and feeling their feelings will have very heated arguments, or they'll have like breakdowns where they'll just absolutely like break down and not be able to like compute. As someone who has been in an abusive relationship, I truly think that most people who are abusive in some way do not know how to feel their feelings or express their feelings in a healthy way. And so they just let them build to the point of no return, to where they cannot control it at all, and it overcomes them. If you're someone who doesn't even know how to feel your feelings, right? Like this is totally new to you. You've never let yourself feel your feelings before. Start with feel how your body feels. All emotional sensations have physical sensation aspects. And when you like train yourself to start feeling the physical parts of it, you can pick up on the emotion that you're feeling in that moment. I know that when my face gets really hot, I am either feeling embarrassed or I'm feeling angry. I know that when I get like butterflies in my stomach, I'm either feeling excited or I'm feeling nervous. I know that when I am feeling very safe and loved, I feel like my heart gets warmer, like I can feel like an expansion in my chest, right? These are all the physical feelings that are associated with that emotion. And when you can learn to pick up on the physical feelings, you can learn to pick up on the emotions. Journaling really helps too. Even if it's in the notes app of your phone, just like having a place where you kind of like dump out your feelings at the end of the day. Lay it all out on the page. This is what happened today, and this is how it made me feel. When it comes to how you show up in the world and how you show up with other people, no one thinks about life in the way you do. No one sees life in the way that you do. No one's had the exact life scenarios and the exact life situation that you have had. So no one is going to think in that way. When someone does something that hurts you, or when someone does something that you don't think is good, right, that you wouldn't do yourself, it can be really easy to just be like, they suck, they're bad, I don't like them, and to pass judgment. And I completely get that. And it's a safety mechanism, and it's very much not being in a vulnerable state. It's not being in your soft girl era. It is not relaxing and letting things happen to you. It is very much trying to go after, control, judge, protect. I get it completely. Because life is hard and hard things happen, and there are things that happen that hurt us. But we are always gonna get hurt in life. We can't protect ourselves from all of the pain that we'll experience in life. It's just not possible. Understanding that everyone has a different perspective, that everyone has a different place that they're coming from, that everyone is different, and everyone has their own sets of values, their own sets of skills, their own sets of worries, of differences. When someone hurts you, when someone wrongs you, when a situation happens that you don't like, just take a step back and think about that for a second. I don't need to harbor anger. I don't need to harbor judgment. I don't need to harbor resentment. I don't need to go after them. I don't need to hurt them. I don't need to seek revenge. None of that benefits you in any way. My audio has cut off. My makeup is done. My facts are done. I think it's time that we part. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really enjoyed it. and I can't wait to see you next week. If you are listening to the audio version of this on Apple Music or Spotify, thank you. Feel free to click the link down below to watch the video version or follow me on Instagram or TikTok. Have a great week. Goodbye.